Have you ever wondered why some restaurants can charge so much money and look so busy, but still go out of business? Hey, about 80% of restaurants go out of business in the first 5 years, but some restaurants make a lot of money. Hey, what's the difference? So I found a great example on UpFlip YouTube channel, one of my favorite channels. So here's a guy serving huge bowls of mac and cheese loaded with toppings and still making a profit. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how he does it. So how does he control this food cost? How do you price menu items right for the menu? And then I'll show you exactly what we did wrong back in my Sonic days. On this episode of Food Costs Explained the Fun Way with Cheese. Hey, restaurants spend more money on food than anything else in the restaurant. And it's the one thing they have the most control over. So let's take a look at what this guy's doing. Dang, that looks like a lot of cheese. How can that be profitable? Well, here's the secret. So it's not really about how much you give, it's about how well you measure. So he's using one full ladle of cheese. It looks like about a 4-ounce ladle. And the cheese costs, I'm guessing, 25 cents an ounce. So that scoop is $1 worth of cheese. And that $1 is going to be baked into the price of the dish. Now, yes, that is a lot of cheese. And the customer sees that huge portion of melty, delicious cheese, and they think, wow, I'm getting a great value. And that's awesome because the owner knows that this is 4 ounces of cheese. It cost me $1, and that amount is accounted for in the price of the dish. And it doesn't matter who makes it, the owner or anyone else on his team, as long as they use one 4-ounce ladle, the customer sees a great value, and every dish is exactly the same. And every dish has $1 worth of cheese in it. So how do you decide what price to charge for an item? Well, stick with me for like 45 seconds and I'll show you exactly how to price a menu item. So you start by adding up the exact cost of every ingredient. So watch exactly how this guy makes this bowl. So first he starts with the macaroni. It's cheap, uses a big scoop, looks like 5 or 6 ounce scoop. Then cheese, hey, that's a mid cost, looks like about a 4-ounce scoop ladle. Then the protein, the most expensive, looks like a 3-ounce ladle. Veggies, cheap. Looks like a 1-ounce ladle, and then a little more cheese. Hey, that's a 2-ounce ladle. So every portion is measured. Every ingredient has a cost. And so when you add it all up, boom, you know exactly what that bowl costs to make. And if you want to get a 30% food cost on that item, you just divide the cost by 30% or 0.3, and that's the price you should charge. So what if the price you come up with is just more than people will pay? Well, you've got 3 choices. Number 1, you could lower the quality of the item. Just put a little water in that cheese. Not ideal. Number 2, you could adjust the portion size. Would 3 ounces of cheese still make a terrific dish? Maybe you can adjust that. Number 3 is you might want to just lower that price and accept a higher food cost for a premium item, and know that you're going to be able to make up for that later if you pair it with French fries and drinks that run about 15% food costs. So that balances out the whole price of the menu. So hey, quick note, that's called menu optimization. Different video altogether. Now here's something else that's genius. Each ladle has a different colored handle. Now that's not just for fun, it's a system. It helps everyone in the kitchen use the right scoop every time. That's how you create consistency and protect your profit. And consistency is the key to great food cost. Once you get the perfect recipe, you have to make sure that the dish is made that exact same way every time.
Oh, look at that. You see how golden that is? That's how you want it to be every time. You got to be like a robot.
Okay, this looks easy. So how did we screw it up back when we owned 38 Sonics? Because we did screw it up a lot. We knew what the portion sizes were supposed to be, but that didn't mean we always did it. For example, Sonic has a delicious item, the breakfast toaster. Hey, 4 wonderful ingredients: eggs, bacon, cheese, and toast. Simple. So the eggs came in a carton in liquid form, and it cost 22 cents an ounce. The recipe called for a 3-ounce ladle. But here's what could happen. So sometimes a cook used a 2-ounce ladle instead of a 3-ounce ladle. Well, now that looked kind of skimpy. So they'd pour on another ladle. Well, now you're using 4 ounces of eggs. So that just increased the price of that sandwich by 20 cents. Even worse, some cooks just poured straight from the carton. They said, let's just pour. I don't care if you're Gordon Ramsay, you can't pour exactly 3 ounces every time. So 1 extra ounce might not sound like a big deal, right? But do that 100 times a day, and that's $22 a day, $660 a month gone. And that's just one item, one ounce of one item. But the bigger problem, now your customers never know what they're going to get. One day it's a regular sized toaster. The next day it's an ostrich egg toaster. Most restaurants don't die from bad food. They die from bad math. So, hey, you made it this far. You must love the restaurant business. Check out this video next. We go behind the scenes to look at a Jersey Mike's where the owner shows us the business and explains the most important things he looked for when choosing the right franchise to buy.